for live?
I don't know. Hold on. All right, guys. I think that we're live.
Yes,
we are live. Thanks,
yes,
Jen.
we are.
Whoa. All right. Welcome, Connecticut. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to have you here with us. Hope you're all staying safe. Hope you're all staying healthy. Tonight, we're doing a toast, Beer Together, Connecticut. A toast to keeping our community strong. We're going to be joined by some special guests from some of our favorite places here in Connecticut. We're going to check in to see how they're doing, to see how we can buy their beers, support them during this time, talk about future plans. Hope you got your beers ready because we're in this for an hour. We're kind of like flying off the seat of our pants. We're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, by the way, forgive me, Jen, for being so rude. This is my beautiful wife, Jennifer, Mrs. CTBeer.
Hopefully some people watching recognized me.
Yes, I guess we're getting out there, aren't we?
So I'm Jennifer. This is Kevin. We're from CTBeer. Mm-hmm. And thanks, everybody, for joining us this evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're going to give people a little time to come on in here. We see your comments. I see my friend Lori Chapman's here. You hear us. We hear you. Gina, hello. You know, comment, chat with each other during the broadcast. Let each other know what you're drinking. You know, hope you're relaxed on your couch or wherever you may be. Crack open your cold ones now. We're going to be drinking heavily throughout this broadcast. I got the beers here on the side. We're going to have a lot of fun today. You know, it's Friday night, time to relax.
Happy hour.
Happy hour. I'd rather be at a real happy hour, but this is the next best thing. Glad to be drinking a beer with all of you. So Beer Together, Connecticut. You know, without further ado, let's start off with our toast, Jen.
Okay, let's start with
for the community. We put a little something together for you guys, and here goes nothing.
Okay. Remember back at New Year's when Corona just meant beer? It's barely 4 months later. Now the term inspires fear. But together we'll get through this, and we offer a toast that's sincere.
To our first responders, docs, and nurses, our gratitude is vast. We won't forget your selflessness when all of this has passed. So when breweries and bars reopen, enjoy the free beers that you've amassed.
Thanks also to the heroes out there working jobs essential, especially the grocers. Our respect is reverential. As our toilet paper hookup, the joy you spread is exponential.
To all those on the front lines while we sit at home in sweats, the farmers, mail carriers, and bakers, drivers, cashiers, cooks, and vets, we see you and we thank you. We're forever in your debts.
Here's to those of us at home adhering to sheltering in place, whether working remotely or watching Netflix or homeschooling kids about space. We're flattening the curve from our couch and slowing COVID's pace.
Now let's raise a glass together. The triumph over germs and fear, the keeping hope alive in the world, with joy, thanks, and cheers. But first, everyone, please take off your face masks or else you'll waste one damn good beer.
Cheers.
Cheers, Connecticut. All right, guys. So again, this event's really for our community, for all of you working hard, stuck at home. You know, it's time for us to come together, and our hope is that beer will bring us together. Without further ado, thanks. Cheers, everyone. Let's get this party started.
Yeah, who's up first?
You know, first on deck, you know, the rumors are true. My buddies from the Ladies Tap Room in New Haven, they are reopening, and they're working hard to get their place going. You know, I think they're pretty well known for their happy hour. I think people who know the ladies are at happy hour. I'm excited because they're getting there, you know, slowly but surely, and they're practicing for their happy hour, and they share with us a little clip. I'm encouraged by what I saw. Weren't you, Jen?
It was pretty creative on their part. They were, I guess, trying to do this whole social distancing, you know, keep everybody safe, distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what the ladies doing for their happy hour, and they're doing social distancing, so I feel good about it. Let's see what you guys think.
Hey, welcome to Delaney's. Got the Stout IPA, and you have the lager. Enjoy.
All right, everybody. No beer was heard in that. The glass has obviously bit the dust, but at Delaney's, we all know that happens. But without further ado, here's my buddies from Delaney's, Mike, Pete, the owners. They're opening soon. Let's see what they're up to.
Can't wait to have them back in New Haven.
Gentlemen,
How you doing? How are you guys?
we're hanging in. How about you guys? How you doing on your end?
Doing good, doing good. Just plugging away, getting ready.
We're so excited to have you back to Connecticut. I think there's so much enthusiasm in the community. I think it's really what the doc in order because we need a little jolt of nostalgia, right? The good old days. Everybody that we talk to has a Delaney story. We actually have some happy hour shifts here for the future. So, guys, let's talk about the past first, like where you've been and where you are today.
Well, we burned down in 14, and then I was actually in California for a little while, and Mike approached me to bring it back, and I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, and indeed
so
you
then
are.
We went for spaces. We found a space, and unbelievably, it was across the street from the old place. So
Wow.
it felt like it was truly right that we stay still in Westville, still in New Haven, in the same neighborhood, just right across the street.
Yeah, we used to be 882. We're 883 now, and
We have
great
a lot
spot, same
more
neighborhood.
parking.
Lot more
Yeah.
parking. Great spot, great, completely rebuilt. It's been a lot of bars before this location, and we completely redid it. So I think everyone's really going to like when they see it, like what we've done with the place, and just gutted it and started all over.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful place. I saw a sneak peek. It's going to be totally awesome. I want folks to know too that a lot of the old teams coming back. Tell us about like your menu items, your teams, like who you got, who's returning. I mean, we know you guys are originals. Who else you got coming back?
A lot of the same faces behind the bar, a lot of the same faces on the other side of the bar. We got the same menu coming back, same happy hours. So save your happy hour chips, save those. We got the new ones, but we're taking the old ones too. So just trying to make it feel as much like, the old place, as much like home as possible. We'd love to see our old place in your background too. I had to squint a little bit. I was like, oh, looks familiar.
I thought you might recognize. Yeah, that's the old Delaney's. They were using that for their bathroom throughout the night. I just love it. I was telling Jen, I don't know if you have your glasses there, but you guys show me the glasses that you pour your beers into. Those are you don't skip on portions there. Like there's a lot of beer to be drank.
We got a specialty glass for everything. We don't just use pints. We use the labeled glassware, the correct glassware for the beer. We just try to keep it as traditional and authentic as possible.
Yeah, totally. Now, I want everybody to know too that you guys support local breweries like Nebco, who's on next, by the way. But you guys support a lot of beer from Belgium. There you go, Nebco. Yeah, tell everybody about the specialty beers you get there, like something a little bit different that you can't get in many places in Connecticut.
Well, I hope we're going to have the same relationship with all the breweries we had back in the day. But yeah, I mean, we support the breweries nonstop. The line's always there. So then we get the specialty stuff that people get to enjoy through the support of the breweries and us. So New England was one of the originals. Back in the day, Dogfish was a good supporter, and Rogue. We had programs where we got the exclusive beers because we maintained their lines. So I'm assuming that's going to happen again. I know never assume, but we're going to have fun doing it anyway. We also got a lot of European beers too.
How many taps or lines do you typically have?
We have 50, but we're probably going to have 40 beer lines. Probably going to have maybe 8 wines by the glass, maybe a couple craft cocktails.
Wow.
50 is a big number. It's a big number.
Say so.
Ladies, we had 52, and it's a lot of work to maintain 50 beer lines. After 3 weeks, we throw the beer out. I mean, we'll sell it for $1. We won't throw it out, but Yeah. So I enjoy doing it. So we're gonna have at least 40 draft lines.
I think there's going to be something for everybody, isn't there, Jen?
I would think so with over 40 taps. Yes.
Yeah. Does anybody from the audience have any questions for these guys? See, a lot of people are excited. Let us know. Mike and Peter from Delaney's Tap Room. It's true. They're going to open when they let businesses open again. And hopefully that's sooner than later. But yeah,
Right across the street, just so everybody knows, right across the street from your old location that burned down, correct?
Correct.
Same neighborhood, right across the street. Still got the same regulars. We started selling hoodies and gift certificates. We thought we'd sell a few. We were overwhelmed by the response.
That's awesome.
Our customers, they're still, after 6 years, they're still loyal to us, and it's still a family.
yeah, no, that's really cool. Our friend Melissa Jones is asking, what's your dream beer to have on tap?
Oh, I don't know. Right now, I'm enamored with Tickle Party from Nebco.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I just got into IPAs, believe it or not. I was always traditional lager, Pilsner guy, and Tickle Party turned me to the dark side. And that's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah, I think they've done that with a lot of people. That's what they're do. It's more fun on the dark side anyways. Someone's asking if you're bringing back the wings. Elisa Bowens, yes. I think I could even answer that. The answer is yes, right?
The wings are coming back, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My biggest question was Philly Fest. I've heard about it. I never went. I know we talked about it. Any new thoughts about that?
Well, probably not this summer with the whole coming out of the pandemic thing, but yeah, it's dear to my heart. All the money we gave to Hole in the Wall Gang, which is Paul Newman's charity, and Ronald McDonald House.
Nice.
So it was all for charity. It was everyone. I mean, all the beers were donated from the breweries. It was a huge support, and we just passed all that love on to the charities. And I would love to bring it back. Absolutely love to bring it back.
Awesome.
We'll find some way.
Well, I saw you serve a beer. Maybe you start throwing chili at people. We'll find a way to make it happen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and updating on your place. Follow Delaney's Taproom on Instagram. You see the handle right there. They're going to keep us all updated on their progress when they get open, everything else. We love you guys. Can't wait to have you back. Thank you again for joining us tonight.
Good luck.
Kevin, thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk soon, guys. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Cilantro.
Delaney's Taproom, anybody. There's the sticker. Follow them on Instagram. They're coming back. Thanks again to Mike DePita joining us. I can't wait to get back in there for more ways.
It'd be nice, yeah.
I think like half the alcohol in there would probably, if I had germs, would probably kill it in there. So that's, for sanitary purposes. All right. So next up, we're going to Woodbridge, Connecticut.
Oh, I know where we're going.
You know where we're going, don't you? So our friends from Nebco, we're going to check in with them and see how they're doing. But you know what? Their head brewer, Jeff, they're all quarantined and they're kind of stuck at the brewery. They're sharing with us some behind-the-scenes footage of what's going on at the brewer. Let's check that out real quick and see what's going on.
Hopefully they're staying sane there, and right?
I don't think so, but we're going to find out in a second.
Chronicles of a head brewer in quarantine.
Call this one powder up.
Backhand can chop. Just let it rain on me, baby. Just let it rain on me. Oh yeah, finally found a use for that old tank.
Oh, dude. That feels so good.
No quality control or beer was compromised during the creation of this video. Drink it. It's good.
All right, as Jeff, head brewer at Nebco. I think they're doing great. I don't know. Quarantine is having, and isolation is having no effect.
He might have a little too much time on his hands. I don't know.
Yeah, but without further ado, here's our friend Jimmy Robinson from Nebco live. Let's tap him in.
Hi.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Thanks for joining us.
Well, how's Jeff doing? That's the main question.
Good, man. He's good. He's holding in. Those guys have fun no matter what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was so cool. Thank you for sharing that moment with us. Hilarious.
They're fun guys.
Yeah. So everybody, again, this is well, Jimmy. We can call you Jimmy, right, Jimmy? And
I don't know what do you prefer to go by?
Jamie, Jamal. Doesn't matter.
Jamal from Nebco, thanks for joining us tonight. There's a lot of people wondering how things are going up at New England Brewing Company, how you guys are hanging in. Why don't you give us a little update what's going on at the brewery?
Yeah, we can't complain, man. People have been really good to us. The guys are still keeping up. Quality control is our biggest thing. and people love the liquid. So it's awesome to be able to pump out some stuff for them. Curbside pickup's been pretty cool, and people have just been showering us with compliments and saying good things. So it's been awesome. We actually split the whole company into 2 teams that work opposite weeks, so that to help us in case anybody gets sick, the other team can come in and swap out. So
That was really smart.
Yeah, so it's been working out pretty well, and just kind of doing what we can. The press is gobbling up some beer, which is cool, and it's awesome. It's nice to be able to put some beer out there during times like this. People still want their liquid, which is cool.
100%. And you guys got a whole bunch of new release coming up, and I hear there's a whiskey that you want to talk about. Why don't you tell us what's on the menu these days?
Yeah, man. We just did this collaboration, or we did it a while ago. The whiskey's been aging, but we did a collaboration last year with Clonakilty Irish whiskey. So this year, last year it was with Fuzzy Baby Ducks barrels. This year it's with IST barrels. So they take their whiskey. We brew Imperial Stout Trooper. We send the barrels to them after we take the liquid out, and then they age the whiskey in there for almost a year or so. And then we released it today. It was the first day they can get it out in the trade, which is cool. You can get it only in liquor stores.
Oh, really?
Oh, man. Yeah. Any place you want to give a shout out and where we do start lining up right after this? Or
pretty much everywhere. On our Instagram and Facebook, we're doing a live stream at 6:30 with Clonakilty. Marty, our director of operations, our director of business development's over there doing the live stream with them, and Greg, our quality control head, quality control and brewer, is doing a live stream with them, which is pretty cool. So they're doing like kind of a toast and cheers and kind of kicking it off, and then they've got a link to our page. You can find a whole list of everybody that's carrying it.
And how did that go with a whiskey and a beer company? You guys found a way to make it happen.
Yeah, so you call it a Imperial Stout Trooper cask conditioned, if you will. But yeah, man, it's really cool. And that the liquid won double gold at the San Francisco Spirits Awards, which is pretty cool. So the quality came out really good. Everybody was excited about it.
You guys are taking on the golden beer. Now you're doing a whiskey. I want to see that trophy case in person when we get out of our.
I want to try the product.
Yeah. Tell us about the new releases too. I hear you some new beer releases supposed to pick up now.
Yeah, we're always trying to do some stuff. We're going to be making fuzzy a little more often now, and the fuzzy variation. So double fuzzy, triple fuzzy. Today we released double fuzzy along with Stegosaurus, which is a new double IPA that we're doing, which is awesome. But we're going to start releasing a little more beer. To the off-premise, some stuff that you'd normally only be able to get in the tap room. We're going to start sharing that a little bit with the package store. So keep an eye out. There's going to be our big hopped up face hugger IPA, and Coriolis was one of our longtime favorite double IPAs.
I remember that when it first came out. Yep.
Yeah, I was on a line around the corner. Yes. I think back to.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good day. We got our case, the first one ever. That was a lot of fun. Hope we get back to that sooner than later. And by the way, guys, as you see on the screen, follow Nebco on Instagram if you're not already at New England Brewing. You can pre-order their beer as well. You know, they're doing curbside pickup, order in advance. Tell us a little bit about your pickup process there and social distancing. I guess we got to talk about, people want to know, how safe it is.
Yeah, we're trying to be as safe as possible. So we're not allowing anyone into the brewery at all anymore. It's curbside only pickup. On our website and our Instagram link in our bio, and there you can click on the link and go right to the square page. You can do all your online ordering there. And then you just call us when you get there. Or especially on a release day, if you pull right up, someone will come out to your car, just ask your name, and come drop the order right in your trunk for you.
Right.
So pretty easy. And the taproom staff has got it down to a really good system, so you're in and out of there pretty quick, which is cool.
Very cool. It's quick. It's safe. It's convenient. I mean, it's the way to New World. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in Connecticut, and but obviously you guys are going to be still cranking out your beer. You can buy direct from the brewery. My buddy Bill Hemmings, we asked 16-ounce cans. Well, actually, let us know some questions, guys. Our time is almost out with Nebco. Any questions for Jamal? Let us know, but you know where to get their beer. These guys make great brew. We're huge fans.
I just saw one of my favorites is right at the top of our screen here, Spin Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few variations of that, right?
Yeah, it's always different every time we do it. And what's cool about the Spin Cycle is that it always, not always, but a lot of times it ends up being, becoming. So like Double Fuzzy and a couple of the other beers, Stegosaurus, were originally Spin Cycle beers that, you know, people like them. We try them out in the tap room. If people dig them and we dig them, then maybe it becomes something that we do a little more often.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's almost like a little bit of an incubator series, but it allows our brewers to be able to have a lot of fun and just try new stuff and experiment a little bit. We make a lot of Sea Hag, but we like to be able to make some other stuff too, you know?
Exactly. I know Sea Hag is a staple and everybody loves it. But you really, you make some really high quality beers besides that one too.
Yeah. Well, that's what Nebco's all about, making a lot of good variety, solid brews, so you guys have fun doing it. Jamal, thank you so much for coming on with us, letting us know your story, how you buy your beers, and we're in with this to you guys at the end. And thanks for keep on and continue to work hard to get us Connecticut beer.
For sure, man. Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you.
Cheers.
Appreciate you, my
Cheers
friend.
to
Tell
you.
the team we said hi. Jamal from Nebco, one of, let's be honest, one of Connecticut's most beloved breweries.
Definitely.
Everybody loves Nebco. If they don't, then I'll
No,
unfriend them.
even their tap room I know is very popular. I'm sure people are missing that. It has a cool vibe.
Yeah, we all love it.
Very friendly. They have a lot of regulars that go there.
Yeah. Speaking of cool vibe regulars, we're gonna head up to Plainsville to one of my favorite wing places, the originator of the what wing? I guess the beer's kicking in, but yeah, they make great wings.
All their wings and beer are amazing.
Yeah,
Crazy amount of tap lines as well there, and dedicated tap lines just to Connecticut local craft beer. So let's bring on Nikki.
Yeah, that's what I say too. My friend Nikki's gonna talk from J. Tim's, and she's, we call her OG of CTBeer. She's been a supporter of Connecticut craft beer.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Way back.
Very avid supporter, and they really, commit to Connecticut craft beer, and they offer a lot of great beer.
And I want to say a great beer fest that I hope she brings back one day eventually, Hops for Hope, right?
Hey, maybe we could ask her.
It was a fabulous beer fest, really well done, and amazing, amazing charities that she donated a lot of money to through that beer fest.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, Nikki from J. Timothy's.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Looks like it's Nebco all around tonight. I got this Kolsch in Furno here.
Nice. Yeah. I guess.
Did you hear about that new whiskey one that they're putting together?
Yeah, I've heard all about it. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Gotta check that out.
Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like we're going to have to start waiting in line right after this broadcast for that to kick in. But Nikki, thanks again for joining us for J. Timothy's. We're excited to have you here. Like I was just talking, we've known each other for a long time, and you're really an avid supporter of local craft breweries, and you have been for a long time. I've always respected your passion for local craft, and you guys have really helped start, a lot of craft breweries. You have a lot on tap there at Connecticut. Tell us about your tap lines there and your Connecticut beers you on tap.
Sure. I've been at J. Timothy's 11 years. The restaurant's been around for 40. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. And at 11 years, I'm considered a baby, which I don't mind at all. Because having our general manager's been there for 39 years. It's been the same owner since 1980. So they were ahead of the curve even way back then. We were one of the first in the state to have Sam Adams on tap, back when no one knew what Sam Adams was even. And sadly, like Old Burnside, when they closed, what was it, a year and a half ago, we had 10 Penny on for 17, 18 years, I think, maybe.
Wow.
But so, yeah, things change. Right now we have about, and depending on the day, 12 to 14, maybe 15 lines dedicated to Connecticut beer. Since Nebco is the theme tonight, we have 2 lines for New England Brewing, one that rotates and then a dedicated seasonal line. Dedicated lines for, Counterweight, Fox Farm, Kent Falls, Lasting Brass, Back East Brewing. And we do a lot of rotating as well as dedicated lines. We've brewed twice with local breweries, which was super fun. A brown ale with Back East that we called Audacity, because in this environment today we had the audacity to brew a brown ale and not an IPA.
IPA, yeah.
How dare you?
Love that name. And with New England Brewing, we did a Kolsch for our 40th anniversary, which was on tap back when all this started, and it probably won't be available again. But they did an excellent job, and we had a blast brewing with New England Brewing too.
That's beautiful. And I remember too back, like you guys have always done beer dinners, like with my buddy Ed from Lasting Brass, Barry from Kent Falls. Talk about that and bringing craft breweries in front and center at J. Timothy's.
Yeah, it's that craft beer dinners are just awesome, but also crazy because we've had many that sell out within 15, 20 minutes. I think the record is like 10 minutes, and ours aren't small. We have a room that can hold 60 to 70 people for a dinner. So Lasting Brass, Kent Falls, Counterweight, they all sold out really fast. We were able to sell tickets on our website, and just letting folks meet the brewers and hang out with them is very cool. And, not everyone can get to Kent Falls. Not everyone can get to some of the breweries, Fox Farm, whatnot. These days, people are all over the place because you want to leave your house and at least get in the car and drive and go somewhere. But anyway, yeah, so we do a few beer dinners a year, and they've always been really fun and successful. So it's great.
That's awesome. And we love that you guys have always supported the Connecticut beer community, having guys in there for that intimate, people always say they want to talk to the folks who make the beer. So it's a really intimate setting. They get to enjoy your food, they get to enjoy the beer, and they get to talk to the guys, and you guys have been at the forefront and leaders in this space and really pioneering it. And, there's a reason why you guys are so popular in these events a lot, because, you do it right and you treat people right.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, here's a test, Kevin. What are our famous wings called?
They're called famous dirt wings.
Dirt wings.
Dirt
Right?
wings. You got it. All right.
I don't, I got tongue tied.
Dirt
I don't know. It's like,
I had to throw a little test out there at you. Yeah, the dirt wings. And usually when we announce a beer dinner, that's the first question we get. Are there going to be wings? And yes, of course.
Yeah, because you guys are really also known for your wings. Not only amazing beer, but pretty famous wings. I know around Super Bowl time that you crush it with all the records.
A lot of wings go out of this building at Super Bowl. We actually usually sell out in advance. Not usually, we do. We sell out generally Thursday or Friday before Super Bowl, and we sell wings all weekend. Starting on Friday, you can pick up your wings because we have this thing where you can reheat them at home. So anyway, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we are generally sold out by Thursday or Friday. But we do about 400 tons a year of wings, and for Super Bowl weekend, just that weekend alone, it's between 12 and 13 tons of wings.
Okay, so there's a lot of hefty appetites there. Let me ask you this last question: do you guys ever think about pairing local beer and your wings together? Do you recommend that at the bar?
We do, but everyone's palate is so different. I tend to like a lighter beer with spicier food. Okay, so if I'm eating our buffalo wings, for instance, they're considered medium spicy. They're not super hot. I want a Kolsch. I want something like that. But other people love an IPA. Maybe a heavier IPA. So our staff is all trained. We have on any given day here when we're open, there could be 20, 30 servers. We have 400 seats here. So we're pretty big on training everyone on beer, and they're all super knowledgeable. They're all certified beer servers with Cicerone. And we do a lot of different training, and every beer that we put on tap, we have a description sheet that we give to the staff that says obviously what's the name, what's the type, what's the ABV, and all this. We used to do IBUs. That's no longer important in this industry. And then how, what the taste is like, so they can describe it accurately to guests. So
that's great, and that's a great environment there's a lot of newbies out there, I feel like. So if you're looking to get into craft beer, you want to start your craft beer drinking career, J. Timothy's. Staff knows it. They can make recommendations. And you know what? You try 100 beers, you don't like them, you tried 100 beers,
And we do give free samples too, because we can't do flights here. We're a little bit too busy. There's 400, 500 people in this building on a Friday or Saturday night. Could you imagine if our bartenders had to,
Right.
serve flights. We can't do that, but we're always happy to offer free samples. If someone wants a quick taste before they order a full beer, we do 19-ounce mugs. We've been here for 40 years, so we're a little traditional with that. We also have 12-ounce Belgian glasses, and now we have 10-ounce pours too. So people can get, 3 different size pours and a free sample.
That's beautiful. You hear that, everybody? J. Timothy's. Try before you buy. Follow him on Instagram at J. Timothy's. Against our friend Nikki. Thank you so much for coming in. Keeping us
you.
Thank you.
No, we love what you guys do. We can't wait for the real thing. Get back up there, have some beer, have some wings. J. Timothy's on Instagram. Follow them for future news and updates. Nikki, say hi to everybody. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me, and thanks for doing everything for local beer. You guys are awesome. Everyone out there, have a great night. Just clarify one thing. We are currently not open, so we are working on a plan to reopen soonish. So just if anyone's thinking about wings, not quite yet.
Not quite yet, but
hopefully soon.
Follow them on the IG for the big news.
Get their updates.
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks again, you guys.
Thank you, Nikki. Have a good one.
You too.
Well, Nikki.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
All right, Nikki from J. Timothy's. Here's the bar in the background. Some of you might know it. We can't get in there. This is the next best thing. I know we miss it, right?
We do.
But
it's a great place.
Oh my God, we love it there. All right, so we have one more guest before we take a little bit of a break with a musical act.
Oh.
But on deck is one of my favorite craft brewers in Connecticut.
She's very special.
Yes. I went to school for business. I admire her business model. She's grown it totally grassroots,
Yes.
all organic. Before this pandemic, I know you would see her at a package store, multiple events, working hard, pushing her beer. She made a great product, a lager that we all love. We're just talking about people new to craft beer. We want to convert you from the dark side to the force. This is where you want to start your journey, folks, with Lady Lager, Alicia Bones Mercado from Riddle Brewing Company. Let's tune her in and see what she's up to.
There she
What's
is.
up, guys? How you doing?
Hey. My cheeks are getting red, so I think I'm doing pretty good now.
I think it's
Yeah.
You're really not that red, but
I'm not. I think it's the beer. I don't know. The beer's kicking in, so I'm doing good.
It's Friday, and thank you so much for doing this. This is great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Glad you enjoy. Well, we love what you're doing, and thanks for joining us tonight. Lady Lager. We just call you Lady Lager now.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
Yeah,
You have a very special story that you need to tell.
Yes. Tell us your story, how you started, and we could go there.
Okay, so this goes back years ago, decades ago. My grandmothers, I'm actually paying homage to them. God rest their souls. My grandmothers were like rock stars. They were women that drank beer. I'm like, you didn't think women back then drank beer, but they would get these little tiny ponies of Miller. And back in the day, it was okay to give teenagers a little sip here and a sip there. But so I guess my palate from my grandma's just kind of got me to this whole lager thing. So fast forward now, I was at a beer festival one day, and we're in New England, so we are in IPA heaven, which I love. But I was walking around, I was like, you know what? I'm like, I gotta get a lager. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make one. I'm like, if I can't find one, I don't want to drink, the typical lagers. I'm going to make a lager that has flavor. So 2 years ago, but I'm going to tell you 5 years of recipe development and really researching the industry and some really amazing brewers here in Connecticut that have completely helped me out, just going to them with my recipe ideas, and everybody kind of just very supportive, jumped on board. And then Rhythm kind of just morphed into the new taste of lager. But I'm going to tell you, from going from a salsa dancer to a brewer, but just enjoying a beer that I can actually be connected emotionally to. And I think that the industry needed that. As far as I was concerned, let's bring some lagers back in. Every lager is not watered down. It doesn't taste like, pea water.
Right.
But let's develop a lager that you can actually taste and be like, you know what? I can drink this. This is crushable. So
yep.
Very excited. In just under 2 years, what we're doing. So
yeah, and you've literally grown this brewery, one beer at a time. You know,
Yes.
I think you should definitely give, like, everybody's got all these ideas out there on how to start a business. I think they could maybe one day you can sit down and share a beer and tell them your story, like how you've grown it one beer at a time.
Absolutely. You know what? And knowledge is key. Knowledge and actually sharing your stories. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about this. It's like, I wanted to come into the industry, hopefully open up doors for, others that maybe think that they don't get into the industry or they don't see women or people of color reflected. But at the end of the day, my thing was, as long as I'm making a good beer, it really doesn't matter who you are. But I think those are, stories that need to be told. And people need to just kind of like, embrace that, especially, diversity, in beer. I just think it's an incredible thing. So yes, I absolutely take you up on that offer, sit down and really share, the story and the journey. So it's been incredible. It's really been incredible. We're really excited, very excited.
We're excited for you. And I love too, is like you make a lot, like I think when we got married, let's be honest, I didn't have a lot of say in that. But the one thing I did have is say on it. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I just showed up, but I just said no Budweiser, no this, so that. We had rhythm.
I love you guys.
And yes. I said, if my guests don't like this, then they're to throw them the heck out of here.
Listen,
yeah.
There you go. If you start your marriage off with a little bit of rhythm, I mean, come on, it's just you can't go. You can't go wrong.
So far, so good. I mean, we still talk to each other, so that's a good sign.
There you go.
And I think you bring up a good point. I mean, sometimes people just want a little something different instead of when they go, to these beer fests and it's IPA.
Yeah.
They might get to your table and wow, this is like something different. This is a little bit lighter on the palate. This is something I could have after, cutting the lawn on a hot summer day or with a pizza.
Yeah.
It's funny because we'll go to beer festivals and we'll have a line. And as soon as I, start my lady lager, lager spiel, people go, a lager. And then I get those faces like, oh, dude, like, yeah, no. And then they taste it and they go, my God, they go, this is crushable. I can drink this. It's, it's not an IPA. They go, this isn't an IPA. I go, no, it's a lager. It's a classic, really well-developed lager. And we're converting some of those IPA folks over to the beer because, sometimes your palate just needs, a break. But
yeah,
we love the folks out, at the beer festivals. We miss, this is everybody's season for beer festivals. But yeah, but it's just like we literally met so many people and they were able to taste, the lager. And we're just excited because people just they love it. They drink it, they like it. It's different. It's a change, from, the IPAs and some of your other favorite, New England brands. So
I like about it too. I think when we all started drinking beer, let's be honest, our first beer is probably a lager.
Everybody's first beer was probably a lager. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you're converting people over one beer at a time, and then like everybody. I mean, as I hear all the time,
lagers back.
Right, no more triple hopped IPAs. You want a drinkable beer that's crisp, that tastes good from a local person here in Connecticut. Like guys, if you're on the fence about craft beer,
start with this. Yeah, start with a nice lager.
Lady Lager, River Brewing Company at riverbrewingcompany.com. Lisa, anything else you want to add for our viewers?
No, I just hope everybody's literally staying safe through all of this. And we're excited that we just canned. Shout out to Black Hog. Those are our contract brewers. They're just freaking amazing. Just canned on Wednesday. We have fresh. Actually, the Rhythm Blue just came out. Yeah, that's our unfiltered light lager. So we're excited. We're going to be doing stuff online, so you can order online, and we'll have deliveries, pickup, curbside, of course, for pickup. But just support the brand. We're excited. We're happy to be in this space. We're happy you guys are doing this. So we're just, we're here. We're the new kids on the block. We're going to see exactly where this is going to go. So
Kathy C would like to know how she can get your beer. Where can she get it?
rhythmbrewingco.com. It's on our homepage. It's on, if you go under buy beer now, you can check us out. And then you could always inbox me. I'm very accessible. Lady Lager, Elisa at Rhythm Brewing Company. Absolutely.
At all hours. I know you work hard.
She's
Oh
younger than
yeah,
Janet.
Southside. Got to keep that quarantine 15 off.
Oh, I know it. Bad.
15. Oh,
Is
wow.
that all?
I think we're up to 20 now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My salsa is coming with fried chips, so
Hey.
I got work to do. I know John's
Yes.
there. Tell him I said hi. We got, by the way,
Yes.
you know, we always meet. We've met a few times at our favorite place, the Owl
Oh,
Lounge.
the owl shop. Yeah.
The Owl Shop. I want to give him a shout
Miss the
out.
owl.
We're
Yeah,
starting
oh,
on
yeah.
our smoking journey, and these guys are great. They're doing cigars to go. Owl
Yes,
Lounge.
they are.
Let's get there. You know, maybe we can just break in and just have a smoke in there and some of your beer or something.
We'll just knock on the door.
There
Let
you
us
go.
in.
That works.
Yeah.
Be
Lady
well.
Lager, thank you. Tell John I said
Thank
hi.
you guys. I will.
Yeah.
Hubby says hi. He's here. He says hello. So yes. You guys be safe, and thank you so much for doing this. This is a great platform, and everybody just drink beer, be safe, and we'll get through this.
Yes, we will. Beer will get us through this. Beer together, Connecticut.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Take it easy.
Lady Lager from Red Brewery Company. Get her lagers. It's great beer. Start hoarding now because who knows what's next here at Connecticut. But hope you guys are enjoying the show. We're at the halfway point almost. Next up, you're probably going to recognize these guys from every beer fest you've gone to. One of my most favorite beer fest bands here in Connecticut, the Alpaca Gnomes. My friend Benny put together a little clip for us. He's going to let us know how he's doing, how you can follow him on Instagram. Cracking open the beers, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado.
Maybe some of you people want to dance, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Happy feet.
maybe we'll get dancing, Jen. I don't know. But here he is, Benny from the Alpaca Gnomes.
Hey everyone, it's CTBeer.com, CTBeer Fest. Hello to my friends at Two Roads and Nebco and J. Timothy's. And I can't wait for Delaney's to open back up. My name is Benny McCula from the Alpaca Gnomes. Checking in, saying hello at your virtual happy hour. And I can't wait to see everybody out there in public soon enough. Thanks again for having me, Kevin. And this is a song called The Train Song. Watching hills roll away. Hey, love, everyone. Stay positive. See you soon enough. Be good.
Love him.
Yes, the Lone Gnome, Benny.
He's great.
Follow him on Instagram, the Lone Gnome. We love seeing at Beer Fest, Benny. We can't thank you enough. Huge fans of yours. Let's get back to rocking and rolling.
Actually went to one of their summer concerts too, in Darien or Norwalk. We're waiting in that area, Norwalk, we're waiting area.
Yeah,
It was great.
We've seen them around, and we'll keep following these guys. So, all right, let's get the party started again. Next up, we got a message from our friends at Two Roads. 1 second here while I cue it up.
From West Coast to East Coast, Two Roads wants to remind you, we're in this together.
You know what? I kind of blew that. Let's try that one more time.
Redo.
Redo. All right, here goes.
From West Coast to East Coast, Two Roads wants to remind you, we're in this together.
Indeed, we are. My friend Ted from Two Roads. They're working hard tonight. You know, Friday's one of their busiest nights. But we're with that message. These guys have been cranking out beers for years. They're the OG, really a leader in craft beer, supporter of so many craft breweries here. Visit tworoadsbrewing.com for beer to go. They're doing curbside pickup at the breweries.
And you can get Area 2 beers, which are some great experimental beers, different beers, great flavor profiles there. I highly recommend you check them out.
Oh, 100%. We love it there.
They're doing some cool stuff at Area 2.
Yeah. Speaking of someone you want to check out, we're going to head up to Manchester, Connecticut, to one of our favorite craft breweries, one of our favorite destination breweries, because it's so comfy, so cozy, good people, good product. We're going to check in to see how they're getting along up there. Without further ado, it's our friend Urban Loud Brewery, Michael Garrity. Check him into the show. And by the way, this is an actual picture from the brewery. They have a fireplace in there.
Nice and cozy. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Doing pretty good.
Hanging in there.
You're hanging in there, having a little fun tonight. How about you?
Not bad. We're just three of us here right now, but so a little quieter than a traditional Friday night. But you know, a lot of people buzzing by the door, which is nice.
That's good to hear, because yeah, we're going to talk about that in a moment, about how folks can buy your beer during this time. I know you have some new can releases. We could start there. Do you have any cans to show us? And let's talk about how folks could buy your beer right now.
Sure. So we are we're curbside pickup, and since the beginning we wanted to be as contactless as possible. So we started with the online ordering, and we shut down any access to the inside of the brewery immediately. We have a nice back door area where you can come, drive up, you kind of shout your name to us. We go back inside, grab your order, and then bring it out to the table where you just pick it up from the table. There's no we don't hand it off to you. We don't put it into your car. You pick it up off the table and put it in your own car. So that way it's safe for us. It's safe for for the customer. It's just easier that way. So yeah, so we were doing growlers, which was pretty cool because, you know, I'll take you on a little walk too while we're walking around. So we have, instead of pre-printed growlers, because we're not a canning operation traditionally, small 5-year-old brew house. So a lot of it was meant to just be shared with the great community here in Manchester and people that wanted to be visiting. And we wouldn't have enough to meet the demand of canning at the same time. So we always served everything in a pint right here. And then when this happened, we had a lot in kegs. So we started buying growlers immediately so that we could at least, you know, get the beer out there before we could get Ironheart scheduled in here to can what we had in our tanks. So we just did 6 different beers. So right now we have this way. IPA Super Lazy. This has been a flagship beer since the beginning. It's delicious, kind of a hybrid between West Coast and New England. Easy drinking. It's been a staple here. Who doesn't love laying in a hammock? This has been a hit now, brand new. It started off as part of our Loft Cause series, and Loft Cause for us is rotational, where we throw in experimental beers, things that we just want to show, try different things out, get customer feedback, and this turned into Stowaway. It's a true New England hazy Very citrus forward IPA. It's delicious and very easy drinking. This has been a big hit. I'm drinking it right now. It's our Stop and Go Raspberry Sour. People have been raving about it. It's at 5%, 4.5%. It's not, a heavy one, but so much flavor, a good bite, delicious. And then a couple lighter ones because we like to give people the opportunity to not drink IPAs all the time. So delicious golden morning mist, and that's a fan favorite. That's in 6-pack, 12 ounce. Sorry, and then Sunrise Run. So that's a Kolsch inspired ale. Crisp, easy to enjoy on a nice sunny day. When it's hot outside, you can bang it back after a morning run. So it's definitely been a big hit around this brewery.
Your artwork is really nice. It almost looks like very stencil-y, like if somebody drew the picture on the can.
Thank you for noticing that. So yeah, we have local artists who watercolor that. So we watercolor it, and instead of maybe traditional showings or whatever else, we actually created it as artwork so that over the top, when you see what's up above, it's actually the artwork.
I love it.
And we have a little blurb on the back of the can for where that's inspired, because a lot of it, the artwork is inspired by places that we enjoy and that we hope our families enjoy. And then we translate that into some nice artwork on a can. So
it's beautiful. It's really unique. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah. Thank you.
That's very cool. And I want to mention too, we've been with your story from the beginning. And what I love about you guys is that your relationship with the local community. Like you have great partnerships with the local restaurants. Manchester to me is really a destination town where you can go have good beer, good food.
Good restaurants there.
And there's a history there. Talk about the community up there and how, why is it important for you guys to band together and support one another in your mission?
Absolutely. I think, there's room in all of this for everybody. I think we all have something unique and different to offer. If you go to Labyrinth, they're very different than us, but they're doing a great job over there. They produce a lot of good product. Second Bridge is this cool little brewery where it's almost like going into like an English pub or something like that. And it's just kind of like downstairs, and it's a small brew house. The people there are great. It's really a great place. And then Illicit came in, and they're different type of environment where they're serving a lot of different types of beers, not just their own. So it really is a pretty interesting beer community here. And the town is, to me, one of the most supportive towns you could ask for. So, and that comes also from we're right off of Main Street. And, there's, just dozens of restaurants within a walk from us. And everybody seemed to have benefited from the neighborhood. They're very supportive of us. We're supportive of them. You can bring your food down from their place. You can order it in. Lucky Taco is right in front of us. So a lot of people really enjoy Lucky Taco, and they have a tremendous tap list there also. So really it's just a lot of people who want to support the community and hang out in just a very nice area. And the people are just great here. So it's been wonderful.
Yeah. The very first time we visited you guys, I was really impressed with how well you partnered with your area businesses, like the restaurants. In fact, so one of your staff members said, I said, what do you recommend? Because you had all the menus, and she was like, oh, try Lucky Taco. So it was great. We literally walked around the corner from your place, got the food, brought it back, sat on your beautiful patio, had your great beer, and it was such a great experience. It was pretty unique. You could literally walk around the corner, find a great restaurant, and enjoy great beer in a beautiful atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done a lot with this town. There's a lot of really cool things coming in. It's like the Renaissance here in Manchester. There used to be a very bustling Main Street years and years ago, and then it kind of fell backwards a little bit. But it's really coming along, and there's a lot of life down here on the weekends. We're really excited to see that back again, because it's fun watching people go up and down the street.
And it's great because of small business owners like you that really have the spirit and that care for community. Putting, investing into it.
Yeah, it shows.
And I think I should mention too that I guess we're hearing that Connecticut, they're going to allow places open, outdoor spaces. I think you guys have one of the most beautiful outdoor spaces ever, like a hand-painted mural from a local artist. That's a cool place to hang out. Talk a little bit about your outdoor space and that mural. That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a giant wall. It was 80 by 25 or whatever it was. And we're like, just, it was just a white wall. And we said, wow, wouldn't it be really nice to really back of this space in Manchester, a giant parking lot behind us. Somebody said at the beginning when you opened up, they were a big fan of craft beer and they've been to different breweries, and they said, you should just have something on the back of your t-shirt that says, we have great parking. There is massive amounts of parking, but
that is true.
There's this huge area back there that's really, really coming along, and they've done a nice job developing. And we said, let's see if we can get a mural here. That'd be really cool. So we asked RC, who's done some amazing work. He's from the New Haven area. And he came up with a couple ideas based on our logo, and it's just a beautiful scene of an outside area. If you look us up on Google, you'll see it. And it's got an Adirondack chair looking over a mountain. And then outside there is a beautiful patio with 2 different fire features. So it's
beautiful.
It's really been really nice to see people out there enjoying and have a band playing out there. Really couldn't be happier with everything here, and just sad that we all can't enjoy it together right now.
Hopefully soon again.
Well, we can't get away, guys. Remember, follow Urban Lodge Brewing on Instagram at Urban Lodge Brewing. They are doing online ordering. They are doing curbside, cans to go.
Yes.
So, there's a way that we could still enjoy Urban Lodge.
Yes.
Get their beer and support them. Well, it's great people, great product, great beer.
There is one question from our gallery over here. Debbie wants to know how many beers you typically have on tap.
Right around 10, give or take. So we do about 10 beers on tap, and then we have Stafford Cidery is on tap, and then we have a red and white wine on tap too. So we try to have something for everybody. Ryan, my partner and head brewer, has just done an amazing job over the last several months, really refining skills, developing himself, really putting out better and better beer each time he brews. It's for me, it's really nice to see. I'm really proud of him. He's doing a great job.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. And we're proud of what you guys are doing too. Again, guys, order their beer online. The Go. Just because we can't go in doesn't mean you can't get their beer. So follow them on Instagram. Michael, tell the family I said hi. Stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep on supporting. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
What you guys are doing. We love everybody out there. Thank you so much. Everybody stay healthy. Thank you both very much.
Thank you. Take care. We'll talk soon. Michael from Urban Lodge in Manchester. That's a great craft beer town, great craft beer destination. Ton of breweries. They're all collaborative. They all work together. Local restaurants.
Yeah, you can really make a day of it when you go there.
You can. I mean, it's going to be drive-bys, but you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
You can hit a few different breweries while you're up in that area. Labyrinth is up there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drive-bys, I think we're allowed to do this because we're on the internet. We're going to go across state borders up to New Hampshire. My friend CJ has been patiently waiting for the CJ's Brewers Guild for us to go through. But, we're all about supporting Connecticut beer, but we want to support our neighbors too. And we're proud to say our friends from New Hampshire, CJ, has been working hard, putting together Connecticut's first, not Connecticut.
New Hampshire's.
New Hampshire's first ever, New England's first ever virtual beer fest. It's because we can't do beer fest, and who knows when they'll be back. These guys are working hard to make sure it happens. It's happening this Saturday.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so
we're gonna be there, right?
Just because you can't go to New Hampshire doesn't mean you can't go there online. We're gonna be there.
Right?
Yes, we're gonna be there. But here's my friend CJ, Executive Director for the New Hampshire's Brewers Guild.
Come on. There she is.
CJ. Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, CJ, from the New Hampshire Brewers Guild.
Great place.
Pioneering virtual beer fest in New England. How's the planning coming along with this?
There's a ton of stuff going on right now. We're still getting information from what the brewers are doing for the schedule tomorrow. There's definitely some interesting events that are going to take place. We have a virtual cornhole tournament.
Get out.
So you get to see live sports again. I know. We also have we're doing a little bit of a keg Olympics kind of thing. So because there's so many kegs laying around, you're going to see some keg thrones and as well as keg obstacle courses. There's going to be some really cool footage from brewery tours at several of the breweries. We'll take you through some what's happening behind the scenes with canning days. And then there's going to be virtual tastings. So we have some mixed 4-packs that a lot of our shops and brewers put together. So there's definitely a lot of content going on, and there's going to be 4 hours of nonstop things to check out.
That is so cool, and I
That's
love
a
the
lot of
creativity outside the box. And you've been putting it over 2 weeks. That is awesome.
Yeah, we even have our governor coming to do a cheers, and then
awesome.
We have some bagpipes for opening ceremony.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, Connecticut!
We got to do this.
You can watch this all from the comfort of your home. I think there's some New Hampshire beers distributed down here, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So start stocking up now. I love CJ's slogan is "You bring the beer, they bring the New Hampshire brewers."
Yes, and we also have a VIP hour. The VIP happy hour will feature 12 of New Hampshire's brewers, and they are from all ends of New Hampshire, from the top to the bottom and the left to the right. And there's some interesting characters in the mix, so it'll definitely make for some entertaining. There's going to be some games played in the midst of that.
And then you're throwing some beer, and it's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
We know how we're spending our Saturday. Well, I want people to know too is that here in New England with our New England brothers and sisters in craft beer, that New Hampshire beer, we work with so many beer fests up there. You're really cranking out some good stuff. And like CJ said, there's some amazing characters up there. There's some great stories, and you guys are going to be able to enjoy a front row view from your home. Just get your beer now, watch a show. It's going to be games. It's going to be trivia, talking to breweries. You're going to get an inside seat. And by the way, we have the scroll going on. You can get your tickets at beerfest.in/NHBG. That's New Hampshire Brewers Guild. Tickets start at $5. You can get a special T-shirt too, right, CJ?
Yeah. So we made our slogan is "Keep New Hampshire Brewing," and it's to kind of embody everyone's efforts in keeping the industry alive. So from the brewers keeping their jobs going and keeping the beer pumping, to the consumers supporting their local brewery by grabbing beer to go. And then there's also just the overall sense of the community is that it always has brought people together. So let's keep New Hampshire brewing and smile while we do it as best we can.
Yeah, totally. Well, we can't wait to be a part of this first ever virtual New England event. I mean, you're really a lot of hats off to you, CJ. So much work to put this together.
There's also going to be some live music too. So there's 4 performers that'll happen, and they'll do a full set throughout the day too. So
nice. I can't wait. I'm literally looking forward to it.
Connecticut, no Netflix tomorrow. You got your link right there.
Seriously, it'll be an all-day event, just in the comfort of your own home. And some people are looking for stuff to do. Go to the link at the bottom, scrolling across here.
Yeah, what's the process after they buy tickets? Like, are they going to get an email with where they can watch? How's that all work?
Yep. So we sent an email out for all the ticket goers this afternoon for all of the people that had already signed up. And there's another one that's going to go out either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. And I'll give you all the instructions and links on where to log on. And we're also going to have it broadcast for YouTube for the folks that can't log on to Facebook. So you'll be able to access some of it through the YouTube. Our friends at Let's Talk Beer, Brian and Ben, are kind of going to be my co-hosts for the event, and they're going to broadcast and podcast it at the same time as well. So
very cool. I mean, this is going to be amazing. And let me ask you this. I know that Beer Fest is tomorrow. Our folks, if they can't make it, is there going to be a replay, and how can they donate to the New Hampshire Guild to help you guys out? I mean, is there going to be a replay, or beyond the event, how can people tune in?
So we're going to record everything on YouTube, so you can tune in on the YouTube that we'll have from the Let's Talk Beer guys. They'll also put it on their podcast. And then we'll also keep the group page open so that those that missed out can still donate and participate either later in the day or for the next week or 2 weeks. The other part is that we will actually have the T-shirts available through May 17th, because that's the end of American Craft Beer Week. So we wanted to make sure we pushed that as well. And fingers crossed, there's conversations that we'll be able to open on a limited basis again on May 18th. So timing will be good to wear those shirts with pride as you go visit the breweries again.
That's such great news. Well, CJ, can't thank you enough. Get tickets here at the link below, or just go direct to beerfest.com.
Thank you guys for everything you've done to support us. As always, you guys are wonderful.
Yeah, we're proud to be a part of this, and hats off to you for all the creativity and putting this together. And
yeah, it sounds like a lot of work went into it. Can't
New
wait
England,
to see it.
we're New England brothers and sisters. Come together, support each other, guys. If I find out you're watching Baby Yoda on Disney on Saturday,
No Tiger King tomorrow. No.
no Tiger King tomorrow. New Hampshire Virtual Beer Fest. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
So get your tickets now. CJ, to everyone, send our regards. We'll talk real soon.
Awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. There you have our friend CJ from the New Hampshire Brewers Guild, a New Hampshire Virtual Beer Fest. You bring
my
the beer
first
home.
one. Exciting.
Yeah. Let's kick up the couch and get the beer and watch New Hampshire. It's
She's going to have bagpipers and people playing bands coming to do sets.
Yeah, and what I love about it too is the creativity of this community. You know, they're really thinking outside the box.
Yep.
It's gonna be a hoot. So tune in, beerfest.com, get your tickets. All right, last but not least, we've gone a little bit over. Betty, don't kill me. But my buddy David Waldner, big craft brew up in Willimantic for years. Has done amazing things for community. You know, they run Thread City. We work with them. All proceeds go to local charities, the soup kitchens. He's got a heart of gold. He's helped so many craft brewers start in their career.
Yes, he has.
So I'm really excited to have David here, broadcasting live directly from Willimantic, from the tap room. Let's bring him in, Jen.
I think, sure, a lot of people will probably recognize him.
Yes.
Around forever, right?
Tie-dye might give it away. We'll find out what he's wearing.
There he is.
Hello there. Cheers, everybody.
So good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever, it feels like.
I know. It's like I don't see anybody in forever anymore.
Exactly.
Everything's virtual.
It's really amazing how like the Beer Fest community brought everybody together from, spring to fall.
That's for sure, And the beauty, I think, about what we have now in Connecticut is we have such a diverse amount of beer being brewed by so many different interesting brewers. It's, we're very lucky. For the longest time, it was me and a few others, Charlie from Cottrell, maybe New Haven, and Hooker came on board, but it was a small group of us.
Very
and now, and my whole thing was when I said that you could have a brewery in every town, it's because just like you could have a pizza place in every town. Everybody's got their own way of making it, and as long as it's good and people like it, you're going to do well.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Yeah, because there's more than one, pizza place in a town, and they all do well.
Yeah, and let's give credit what credit would do. I mean, you've helped so many craft. We're over 100 breweries now or something, and you've always been so supportive of every craft brewer. I mean, people turn to you for advice, and assistance, and you've always been open arms, welcoming to everyone.
Well, it's that whole the rising tide floats all the boats. So it doesn't do any of us any good to turn our back on a fellow or a friend or even a competitor, because somewhere down the line you may need some help. I mean, just in the last few weeks, I've reached out and I got some crowlers from Alvarium, and I got some from Rapscallion and back east. And then Jim Venditti from Steady Habit lent me his crowler machine. I finally got my own machine in, and I'm filling 24-ounce cans now. But again, it's the community, everybody helping each other out, and it's wonderful. I don't know of too many industries that you can be in that are that wonderful to each other.
It's very true.
And that's really what draws me to your industry and craft beer. I'm also a drinker, as you know. I don't know how to make it, but
we don't make beer.
My other industry is in tech, and it's certainly not as cooperative as you guys are at each other. But yeah, that's what we love about craft beer. That's why we want to support local guys like you, who support each other, who make a product by hand that we all love. You put a lot of care into it. You put a lot of care in the community. Let's talk for a moment all the good things they do for Willimantic up there every year. I mean, every year it's always it's about the community, it's about giving back, about taking care of your neighbor. Talk about like all the communities that you support up there in Willimantic. And
it's and I think it's this way with all of us. If you don't give back to your community, then why be in a community? You might as well just be somewhere where it doesn't matter what you're making, and just send your product out and not have a name, not have a sales force, not have a personality to it. Our community supports us. Hey, I know when I first opened, I didn't make very good beer. I had other brewers come to me and say, I think you're using a little too much iodophor in your bright tank. And I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, I think so. So, you learn if you pay attention. And I had, probably not the greatest food all the time. But, people kept coming and they'd say, yeah, you could do a little better, maybe change this or change that. And luckily they supported us through those times. And I think now, this is where it's most key. We're selling beer on the weekends. We were open for a couple of weekends selling food, but it's a major undertaking for us. And I felt a little bit that we weren't giving the quality to our customers that we wanted to, because it was just mayhem for those few hours a day that everybody came in. And when you're going to try to do a Friday night's business, 4 hours worth in an hour and a half with a skeleton crew, it's not going to go as great as you'd like. Right. So we decided to close the kitchen down and spend that time to clean everything too. We're open 7.
Yeah, you guys don't get much of a break. Did you freeze? Then you might have frozen, David.
It's
he's coming back.
You got to do it. And like one of the things, I'll turn to you. I see that you have a picture of our bar, behind you guys. I have the picture of the bar behind us. It's looking a little bit different right now. Those taps are empty. The bar top's just been sanded, and we're putting some new coats on it. It's 23 years old. It's had a lot of love and a lot of wear on it. But, this is where we're at. So I'm using this time to kind of, heal the building too.
That's great.
To give us a chance for us to do the things that we need to do that we don't always get a chance to do. So when we do reopen, we're fresh, we're bright, we're clean and sanitary. Not that we weren't before, but we're just going to make it a much nicer experience when we do get back to it.
That's something to look forward to. And it livens people up, I think, when they walk in and they see everything bright and fresh, and just, it also shows in the type of pride that you take in your business, which is always evident with your product, you serve it. And I think the pride that you take in your causes that you support, it really comes out, especially, your beer fest is so memorable. It's still fresh.
It always rains. And if we had it this past Sunday, it would have been cold and rainy also.
It always,
we only had the 1 year that it was 70 degrees, but that's okay. Everybody comes, and you guys do a great job helping us out with it. Again, it's one of those aspects to put on a festival. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Oh yeah.
And you never really understand it until you're in the middle of it. And there's always, little things that happen during the day that drive you crazy, but then you get through it and you kick back and you're like, wow, we did a good thing. And as you mentioned, the Red City Hop Fest, over the 6 years that we've had it, raised over $100,000 to local charities. Last year was $30,000 alone.
Crazy.
And that's because of the folks that are watching now, the other brewers that donate all their beer and their time for it. We're able to make a large donation, and it's a wonderful thing. And thank you, cheers, everybody.
We're really proud to be a part of it. It's such a wonderful thing. You're so much respect and love for what you do for the community and everything else. And, next year at Red City, hopefully it'll be back to normal. We can get back to.
We're gonna double the donations next year. And
well, that's great.
It's a huge production for you to put on. I know it's not for you and your staff, Karen. It's quite a production. Because it is.
We have so much volunteer help, and then a lot of the community that's being served by it, the soup kitchen, the No Freeze shelter, all the various charities that benefit from it. They also help. They have volunteers that help us out, because it takes hundreds of people and hundreds and hundreds of man hours to put on an event like that.
Yep.
And again, we've been lucky that it sells out, and we're able to make these great donations.
Yeah, totally. And I work very closely with our friend Karen behind the scenes, who always has a way of putting a smile on my face.
It's so true.
I think Karen and I have a shared sense of humor, which is can be dangerous at times. But,
yes.
She's awesome. There's good people up there and everything you do. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the Willow Brew Beer Run. How does that work?
All right.
Buy your beers now.
So what we've done is we put an online store together where we can now, just this weekend, we did 24-ounce cans, 32-ounce glass howlers, or 64-ounce glass growlers. I put a quantity in that we can make available. You go on the store, you click on what you'd like, you pay for it, and then we just finished today's run from 4 to 7. You come by, you let us know that you're here, we bring the bag out to you. It's all nice and easy, fun, ready to go. It takes a while though. So, we were never set up as a packaging brewery. Every beer that we were designed to serve was in your glass, sitting in this beautiful bar, eating a nice meal, talking with your friends. It wasn't meant for us to put into containers. So it's been a bit of an issue, You stand at the
race to the challenge.
it's definitely a challenge. I got in early today and started filling the howlers and then the growlers and then the cans, and but again, lucky I have some help. I have some of my staff that come in to volunteer just to help out, just to be part of it, and I can pay them in beer, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. Any questions from the viewer? I see John DeMarcado says, a brewery in every town. I say that all the time. People on board with that mantra. So are we. Bring it on.
Yeah, you don't need to build a big one if you're in a small town, And look at Manchester, you had Urban Lodge, Illicit, Labyrinth, and Second Bridge, and they all do their own thing,
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
I actually feel like this time, it's kind of like a revolution. I think people always talk about supporting local. I think now it's time to go beyond that. Now it's time to buy local and really get involved in the community and in the process. Because I think we're all tired of big box stores and the big corporations. And, we want a great product made by great people. And I think right now it's about accessibility. It's about education, about pointing people in the right direction on where they can buy this great local beer. So you guys are adapting. Keep that in mind too. We're all trying to adapt to this new world like everybody else is, really. But it's coming an online world where you buy beer online, pick it up to go. But now we're going to have that access.
They're definitely adapting well.
It's true. We've had to change our business model a little bit. I don't know that it's changed for good, but it's if you want to survive, you have to adapt. And I think Darwin had something to do with talking about that.
Yeah.
Totally. Again, I can't wait to have the bar open and have everybody elbow to elbow again, not just bumping elbows, but actually toting a glass of beer and having a conversation and knowing that you feel safe and comfortable. And I think that's going to be the hardest part. I'd like to see it happen sooner than later, but I don't want to push it either.
No, I totally hear you. I think it's going to be a slow process,
I think we'll get there. We're going to get there. It's not going to be forever.
Yeah, and I know you guys have an outdoor patio, right? I'm here in Connecticut saying outdoor. Do you have any plans to share about that?
Well, so we can normally seat around 60 people out there, but if we have to go to, 6 feet of distance between various parties, that gets me down to about 20 people. Okay. And I don't know that it would even pay to open for 20 people.
It would be worth it, right? To pay the staff.
But we have some ideas. We're going to see. Karen's thinking about shutting down Main Street and having all the local businesses just serve all their food out on the street and have a band show up and make these little mini, like we've done this before. We actually did an Oktoberfest on Main Street where we set it down and we had Cafe Mantic and the other local businesses all serving Oktoberfest food and serving beers, and that was fun. I don't know that we could do it a lot, but who's to say, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Karen's very strong-willed, and so we'll see. And we have a lot of townspeople that want to support that because, again, if all of us are in the same boat,
exactly,
maybe we can share the burden and then enjoy the fact that we can have a big party outside.
Well,
we actually have, I have to tell you, we have someone that went to Eastern Connecticut State College. They're an alumni, and he wanted to tell you that you got him into craft beer because he went to Eastern. So I think that's pretty cool.
Jeff Gainley, yeah.
We had a few. Some people even turned into brewers after drinking here. Probably because they felt they could do a better job. That's
okay. David.
Wait, Jeff didn't think that.
They're all not home runs, I'll tell you that.
Well, there's a lot of stand-up triples, let's be honest.
And someone else commented that not only do you have good beer, but you have really good food. And I think that's a nice, you have some nice pairings, right, with beer and food.
We do. And, but most people don't really pay attention to that. They come down, they want to have a good beer and they want to just eat and hang out. And, and we want to give them good comfort food and something they feel is decent for the value.
Yep.
And, there's no doubt my chef can knock it out of the park. He does hit home runs.
I've heard that.
We have lots of specials. I've been involved in doing beer dinners since 1994. So what we found though is they're not as popular anymore. because to sit down and eat 4 courses and have 4 beers, it's too much. I can't even do it. So we're modifying things again.
Back, maybe a different format. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, that's just it. We small bites and tasters and So that's the beauty of being a brew pub, that we have a great kitchen with a lot of things at our disposal. I give him beer, he gives me things that I could put into beer. We do a lot of crazy things, and that's why it's fun, right? If we made the same beer every day all the time, that's not for me. There's plenty of people who love to do that. That's not my gig.
You're very creative.
Yeah, and by the way, Willabrew Brew Run. Follow David Willamette Brewery at Willabrew on Instagram. Tap into what they're doing, because it's going to be cool. It's going to be creative. It's going to be collaborative. They think outside the box. They have a lot of fun. They make a great product.
Yes.
Everything you've always done, I think, we're going to keep a close eye on what you guys are doing, because we know it's going to be about bringing community together, to have great food, great beer, and celebrate with the folks who make it and brew it. That's what David's been about.
All right.
I can't wait to see you again, David.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
Thank you.
I want those nachos for me.
All right.
And Jennifer, don't scratch up that new countertop, all right?
I'll be careful.
All right. Not going to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Tell Tara I said hi. All right, guys. So there you have it. We went a little over, but we're having so much fun. We're having a lot of fun. We hope you guys did too. If you made it this far, shoot us a comment. Maybe we do this every Friday night. I don't know.
It was very cool to see different areas of different brewers in different areas in the state.
Yeah, totally cool. No, we pretty much went all over Connecticut. Yeah. We practice social safe distance, except from each other, but we're married.
Yeah, it doesn't,
so
it doesn't apply, I think.
If you got cooties, I got the cooties.
Exactly.
I guess, right? But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks, Elaine. Thank you for the kind words. It's all about having fun, education, and getting to talk to these guys. Don't forget, our mantra now going forward for the rest of the year is Beer Together, Connecticut. Beer is going to bring us together, supporting each other. If there's a time to come together, put our differences aside and find common interests, the time is now.
Watch out for Delaney's coming back across from their old location in New Haven. I know a lot of you will recognize them. They're coming back hopefully soon. Keep track of their updates on their website. If you guys are looking for a good lager, we have Lady Lager from Rhythm Brewing Company, who's on with us tonight. Great lager. So, and a great story, a true, genuine person who makes really good quality beer. And I would love to see you guys support her as well. Urban Lodge, a great, cozy place with a beautiful outdoor space. We saw Urban Lodge tonight, right?
Yep.
And everybody's really has come together and has changed their business model to adapt and to still provide us with awesome craft beer. They're still serving the community, even though it's definitely a hardship for them. They're doing everything they can to still provide you guys with an awesome craft beer experience to enjoy in the comfort of your own home. So please support them. They are doing everything they can to keep their businesses going and to make it a great experience for us and to make sure that our cup is always full.
100%. Things are going to come back. It's going to be slow. You're going to see a lot of beer to go from our breweries, from our bars, from our restaurants, from our package stores. So we're all about, I like to say support local, but I like saying buy local because it's a better product made by better people in our community.
Right, and you're supporting their families and them and their dreams that they've put a lot of hard work and time into making to come to fruition. It's not a big box store. It's not a big brand. It's not a big corporate enterprise that you're supporting. You're supporting local. Delaney's, look at them. They came back from a fire. They that kind of says it all. They rose from the ashes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not here. They're not answering to shareholders, stockholders. They are here to serve the community. And like Lisa said, why we love her so much is that, from Rhythm Brewing Company, she's the owner. She's a one-woman company. Well, John helps a lot. We give him some credit.
Got to give the husband some credit.
But you could talk to her anytime about the product, about her story. Probably give you a lot of great ideas to start your business. Yeah, Barry, I can't wait for you to
Yeah,
Delaney's.
definitely check out Delaney's.
The only thing I tell you about Delaney's is definitely get an Uber or Lyft because they take care of you there.
50 tap lines almost, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, awesome guys. Guys, thanks for coming with us. If you're
Thanks
watching
for
the
hanging
replay, we're going to show a replay next week. So, but that was a lot of fun. We're going to do more of this.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Have a good
great
evening.
night.
Stay safe. Cheers.
Cheers.